Hey guys, Sugar John coming at you with another Diablo Immortal video. I am joined today by Riley Sinpai. She's going to be the guest appearance today. We're going to kind of do an interview. As you can see, we kind of come from two different worlds, and we want to talk about that a little bit because Diablo Immortal can be a very fun and interesting game that almost everyone can enjoy, no matter what you're into, what you do, how hardcore of a gamer you are, how hardcore of a gamer you're not. Even if you just like to have fun in general. And that's why we grabbed Riley, because I've checked her stream out multiple times, and it's a lot of fun. So let's hang around and let's have a good conversation with her and kind of get the other spectrum of Diablo Immortal and just playing these types of games in general.
I'm the Riley of Senpais. I have been cosplaying since I was like 13, so it's like more than half of my life, actually. Actually, as of this year, it'll be like 15-year anniversary.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
that's the long pause because it's actually like a 5, like
a lot.
another Yeah, so that's how I got started. Naruto was my ish, and I actually have been playing games for longer than I've been playing games and consuming anime since probably 5 because my dad was just like that. He was whatever the 80s equivalent of us is.
Okay.
My dad was a Tron person,
yeah, the good old days.
Yeah. And
back when
and
EDM music
Tron
was really good too.
Dude, yes, me and my dad still bond over Depeche Mode and New Order all the time.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
all right.
So, and like I've been playing Melee, Double Dash, etc. my whole life, but like that probably is what unlocked it fully, like outside of learning HTML for Neopets.
For Neopets,
that fully unleashed me.
Well, that's cool. Well, thank you for that backstory. I mean, obviously that introduces a little bit of Riley and kind of like her background in general. So, is this your like first Diablo game that you've been playing? So, is this like your first experience with the Diablo franchise?
It's not my first experience wholeheartedly with the Diablo franchise. I played Diablo 3, but it was like I had a Mac. I couldn't download most games I actually wanted to play.
So you were basically like you couldn't do anything. Okay, yeah.
Because like I'm a graphic designer, so like my high school like graduation or like 16th, whatever the fuck you want to call it, was like a Mac laptop because it's like that's what I was gonna need. And or like I was an art major at the time, but I became more pragmatic as I grew older.
So obviously, like, so you didn't get to go like full hard in the paint when it comes to like the Diablo franchise back in the day with like Diablo 2 or Diablo 3.
Yeah,
like
it wasn't even an option,
Yeah, you're kind of limited, and so you follow the category of someone who hasn't like. For example, I'm someone who played Diablo 2 and Diablo 3 and Path of Exile, whereas you kind of fall in the category of you're just now kind of getting into the Diablo Immortal franchise because you're able to, right? Not because you didn't want to before, but given the circumstance, you couldn't really check them out, right?
Yeah, like I would watch videos, which is the sad part. It's like I would be sitting there watching dinner, watching gameplay videos. Like,
that's fair.
I mean, college students don't have money for a PC, and even then, I barely had money for a PC. I just learned how to do my taxes.
So actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. So we're talking about how we both don't quite go super hard as far as going above the Paragon level. But with that being said, would you still consider yourself like a hardcore gamer? Like, did you go super hard into Diablo?
Considering how many hours, yes.
Okay. But did you start playing Diablo Immortal when the game launched then, or did you start playing? So you've been playing since launch. So you've been playing over a month now.
Yeah, has it been that long?
Yeah, the game launched a little over a month ago. A month.
It's actually a little reassuring because of like the money. It means it's like not too bad.
As far as like when you say the money, you mean the money that you spent?
It's like less than $100 a week that I've spent.
Oh, okay. So you're about like $600
not
then?
Horrible. Less. Actually, I'm half
less than 600. Okay, that's not terrible. What's
I bought the bundles.
Okay.
And then a certain point after the bundles no longer gave me the gambling I needed, bought the Rift Runner. The worst part is it tells you like how long your dopamine lasted at the end of the Rift.
Yeah,
Like
that's a very
your
good point.
dopamine lasted a minute and 20 seconds.
That's when you put it that way, it just does not sound nearly as
It's like
satisfying, does it?
I know. It's like that's part
Oh,
of why I'm like, oh, I guess I'll take a shot in between crying.
and cry a little bit. So,
Honestly,
so
not too
overall, the
terrible.
investment didn't seem nearly as bad as what it could have been. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay,
Like
that's not bad. Correct. Yes. Now,
which is
now we can
actually
move on to
okay with
question
me.
3.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're
I
fine.
feel
You're
like
fine.
that.
Riley defined free money. Oh
Free
Lord.
money is like, do you have integrity? If so,
Oh
it's
Lord.
not for you.
If you have integrity. Okay. Okay. I mean, that's a good
Or
way of
like,
putting it.
if I couldn't handle some heckling.
All right. Well, speaking of heckling and any interesting conversations, reactions, and comments, so on and so forth. Um, Obviously, like you do a variety of content, right? So that kind of brings maybe some interesting comments, questions, concerns. Obviously, by with what you're wearing tonight and talking about the intro with a little bit of a backstory of kind of what you do and how you enjoy doing the cosplay and everything else. Um, do you ever feel like within the Diablo Immortal scene that like maybe negatively infects you or impacts you, which
Well,
then
of
puts you off
course.
from
It
streaming,
always
or do you
will.
just, or is it just kind of one of those you kind of accept it and you have fun with it? What
Oh, I
would be your
accepted
take
it
on it?
years ago. Or
Ah,
I
okay,
wouldn't be here. I wouldn't still be active online as Riley Sinpai if I hadn't accepted it.
that's fair. That is very fair. So then
Um,
it's fair to say that it doesn't, regardless of anyone's interaction with you, you're still it doesn't discourage you from playing the game, streaming the game, having fun with the game. Oh, we can't put that part on YouTube, but okay. Well,
you can bleep it out, it'll make it so much more interesting.
I
Because and
could,
then they'll
I
also have
I
to follow
could.
you on Twitch for the next time.
That's right. Yeah, because I don't delete the VODs, so that's awesome. All right. So piggybacking off of that last question, right? So obviously you've kind of developed kind of like a thick skin at this point, right? To where it doesn't really bother you. You have fun with it. Even then, like nothing really matters since you're going to do your own thing. You're going to have and do whatever you want to do. Now, has the Diablo Immortal community been excessively different than any other game that you would stream or content that you would make? Like, has it been as in like, is anyone more stereotypical? Like, oh, you're a girl, you can't play this game, or oh, you're not doing this right, so you shouldn't play, or quit this, blah 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 blah. Like, or do you have kind of like a decent interaction with the community?
So, it's funny because it's been mansplained to me more times than the other games I've played,
Okay,
if I'm
okay. So you're
honest.
so your viewers have mansplained things more
Mm,
often than any
it's
other
not
game
my
you played.
viewers, though.
Oh, okay.
It's, like, just people that are dropping by, like the community
There's
has been, like while, yes,
mhm,
I've been mansplained more,
okay.
has been more genuinely helpful.
Okay,
Like,
so the overall result is it's something that's
it's like a
it's been positive.
50-50.
Okay.
It's
Oh, okay,
like
50-50.
I'm never, like, actually mad when someone's about to explain something because 'cause I'm like, "This could go either way."
So with that being said,
It's not
does the
good, but
financial aspect of the game bother you at all? I mean, obviously it's a free to play game.
I know that you, like, were curious about, like, the financial aspect,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't truly bother me.
Doesn't bother you. Okay. Well, no, I mean that's good. I mean, oh Lord. But so at the end of the day, though, you spent that
I
money.
feel like
Now,
I
do you
am.
have buyer's remorse, or is it something
Oh,
that you're willing to invest or play in
it was
for?
fun at the time.
Okay. So you don't. So you feel
Like,
like even though you spent a significant amount of money that most would probably think we were crazy, at the end of the day, you still got the entertainment value that you don't necessarily regret all of your purchases.
yeah, and I didn't spend amounts of money disproportional to how much money I had.
Correct. So
It
you didn't
wasn't
put
like,
yourself in debt. You
I didn't put myself
spent
in
money you
debt
had.
for it.
Yeah.
So, like, I spent money I had. Like, I never spent more than maybe, I guess, 10% of what I had at any
Gotcha.
given time.
That's fair.
Which is like more than an apartment complex asked you for. So
Yeah, I
it's
probably could have paid off
fine.
my house by now if I just didn't spend on mobile games. But that's okay. We will discuss this. Sag. All right. So, anyways, back to back
So
to the
whatever.
interview. Back to the interview portion of tonight's broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. Um, so back to the last few questions we have, and let's wrap these couple of questions up a little bit, and then we can have a few more drinks and shoot the shit more. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Being that you play a lot of Diablo Immortal right now, what other games would you say that you play a lot or have fun with? Like, is there others, or is it like a genre of games? Is it just general
So
certain individual games? What really
I
interests
call
you in
them
gaming world?
kill, fight, kill games because
Okay.
usually I'm drunk. And that's like what I scream when I'm like, kill, fight, killing. um,
Okay.
but like I'm talking like OG Harvest Moon. Like I rented it from Best Buy for the GameCube, and I could only play as a boy.
Oh. Okay.
Maybe I'm bisexual
OG.
because of Harvest Moon. Because I had to marry a girl.
Okay.
to like progress in
The
the
truth is
story.
coming out. We're
Like,
not only are we gonna do
like,
this
all
interview,
you
we're
me was
gonna
living on Game Fact, like what crops I gotta grow to make the most money. How do I get the duck pond?
Oh my god.
Like it's Harvest
Oh.
Moon might not sound complex, but the GameCube one was honestly comparable to a Zelda game in terms of like you had to do things at a certain time or they would never happen.
Okay.
But yeah.
With that being said, I think that really concludes all the general questions I had, which is awesome. I think that was a lot of fun and interesting. But for the people that are maybe necessarily new to you and watching this, kind of seeing what's up and made it to the end of this video here, where can they find you? I know you are located in a variety of places. Do you have like a link tree, a website?
So I just
What do
go
you
to
got?
RileySinpai.com. It's honestly a link tree.
All right. Well, thank you very much. This is Riley
Thanks,
Sinpai,
dude.
ladies and gentlemen. Make sure that you go check out all of her links. I will have her website listed down below in the comments as well in the description of this video. Make sure to go follow and subscribe. And yeah, thank you so much for coming on and hanging out with me. I appreciate it. And viewers, I hope you had a good time with this, and I can't wait to catch you guys in the next video. Have a good rest of your day.
Thanks,
Peace.
guys.